So, but anyway, my point is, this was a friend of the family, a very close friend of the family, that came around, and and me as a kid, teenager kid, whatever, just from the time I was a kid up to the time I left home and went to the military, my teenage years, right? We looked up to these adults, these friends of our uncles and aunties and, parents and stuff like that. So you were just connected with people like that. So anyway, this particular individual, got used to seeing them all the time, man, coming around, hanging out, being a character like so many are back then,
Yes,
the
they
loud,
were.
boisterous, the life of the party, the wild, crazy one, especially when they get a little liquor in them,
Right.
stuff like that. So you just tap into people like that, right? You can develop somewhat of what's the word I'm looking for? An attachment to their personality and their character, right? What they bring to the table, because they kind of feed you emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how
you
it
get
is
to
when you
looking
got
forward
that.
to seeing them.
Exactly. That's how it is. You enjoy having them in your life, right? So suddenly, all of a sudden, one day, this person stopped coming around. Right? They just disappeared. And days went by, weeks went by, months started to go by, and this person, and nobody knew where this person was. I mean, people started saying
Asking
stuff,
questions, yeah.
but they were like, "Yo, what the hell is right?" And I'll blank out the name on the thing. But it was like, "Damn, you seen right?" And it was like, "No, I ain't seen him. I wonder, where he been or whatever." And again, just all this time went by, and and not even his brothers, knew where he was, and so naturally, people are gonna
Be concerned.
be concerned because you don't know if somebody got kidnapped, they dead, or what. But many months went by, and I don't know. It might have been, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 months. The time escapes me now.
Yeah, that's a
But
minute.
we were sitting around the house one day, and the TV was playing. I can't remember, but I think my father was in the bedroom, because he spent a lot of time when he was in the house. He spent a lot of time watching TV in their bedroom, right? And so we're sitting out in the living room, just meandering around like we normally do, and suddenly I hear my father calling from the back. You know how my father called my mother's name, right?
Yeah.
Hey, come here. He was like, "This guy on TV." We were like, "What? On TV?
Doing what?
Come here and see this." This dude, it was I think it might have been CNN was around back then. So my mother, she ran in the room, and you know how my mother, she like, "Heck no!" I can't believe that. They ran up and done some crazy shit like that, right?
From Chicago to Oregon.
And so we tuned in. We all ran around and stuff, right? Jordan got around the TV. And this dude, it was like unbelievable, because he was literally on the TV, and he was, how they use the term, it's like, yeah, somebody had bells on. They had bells on. That's literally what he had, bells. He was like the little hand Tinkerbell kind of things, man. And they had tambourines.
Yeah.
And he had his eyes were glazed over and everything. I mean, he was a totally different person. He was who we knew him to be. Like, he looked like who he looked like.
Yeah, physically.
But there was a different look about him.